Hello, everyone. I tried to go on Rumble as well, besides X and YouTube, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, unfortunately. For some reason, I had this code that they required. I was like, all right, good. So I did that, and nothing happened, and neither am I on YouTube either. I gotta make sure I'm on there, guys. Sorry. Hail, headless bourgeois. How's it going, man? I am on. Okay. I'm gonna take that off. Some reason, guys, I try to get on both on all three on my platforms, YouTube, X, and Rumble. And I got this code that they required. We're all good to go. Did it, and then it kept buffering and buffering and buffering. So I just edited it out. But I'm gonna jump right in. This is part 3 of my Daredevil, the Man Without Fear limited series review, issue 3 of 5, written by Frank Miller, penciled by John Romita Jr., inked by Al Williamson. And Comic Say Kings will be on a little later tonight, so I wanted to get this in before that. So we will see. We will see how that goes. And if you guys can tell me when Ethan pops up on Comic Say Kings, if I'm still on here, Skull, Trevor, let me know, and I'll just get on there. So again, let me know, guys. And as I said, I'm gonna dive right in. Warzard the board, the big Bosch man. Thanks, my man. All right, guys. So here we go. 1 second. I'm gonna try to put this up a little bigger to fill up the screen. I can do that. Okay, good. You guys get a little more view here, and I'm gonna make myself a little smaller here as well. Just cut outside of the. So if you remember last issue, guys, this lady named Electra pulled up in her, pulled up in her convertible Corvette and was driving 95 miles per hour in the snow, picked up Matt. They had another encounter prior to that, not a direct encounter, but Matt could clearly sense her, and she got him in trouble with the cops and so on. And now she drives hard and fast to the edge of this cliff, dangerous as hell, and jumps off of it. And Daredevil remembers the woman who he thinks he killed by accident when he was hunting down the Fixer's men. And I believe they retroactively made that into Typhoid Mary, where she had lived. I guess she was a hooker for the Fixer, I guess. But here we go. Here we continue now. I have to do this, guys. I gotta make sure I can get this all ready and well. Okay. Before I start, let's see. Let me pull this in a little, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull that in a little here so I can get to that. Okay, good. I can definitely get to that at that point. Okay, so a man called Plush says, "Hail, Bosch. Hail, Plush. Interesting this take on Elektra in this run, though I do love her fall from grace when she originally appeared. Makes her turn to the dark side and death all the more tragic for sure. No doubt. There's a little more build up, a little more breathing space for the relationship to take hold a little. And how dangerous she was from day one, really. Even before she turned to the hand. This is a woman who was incredibly, dangerously reckless and gets off on it. And that's appealing to Matt. I mean, Matt is a growing young man. He is looking to test himself. That's what all younger people do, look to test themselves, sometimes in dangerous ways. So this is interesting, indeed. Plush. So here we go, guys. And this is Matt saying no. He doesn't want any other death on his conscience, even though she went with her own volition. She jumped off the cliff by choice. He didn't knock her off, even by accident. He was not another death. But that's the thing about these heroes. They tend to over overtake responsibility. Some don't take enough, but some overtake it. Not another death. Crash. Look at that. Right into the ice. I mean, this is superhero stuff right here. I mean, these are normal people with no superhuman powers on a physical level. Both Matt and Elektra, but of course, Matt has his enhanced senses from the hearing, smelling, touching, and all that. But Elektra, even at this point, I don't know, she hasn't gotten into the hand yet. She hasn't gotten their quote unquote powers yet. She smashes right into that ice, knowingly, with only shorts and a top, a little skirt, actually. Pretty wild. Crash. I don't remember that actually happening. I guess I read it wrong, but I was like, damn, that's some heavy duty stuff right there. Not if there's a chance. She hits ice. Ice means water. And he goes right into it. Numbing cold, silence, no scent, no way to find her. Running out of air, get one breath, search again. And when he comes out for breath, he hears her laughing and vrooming away. And he is mortified. He's like, that bitch. What the hell is going on here? Who is this? Later, back at the dorm. Matt? Whoa, Matt, what happened? I went swimming. Swimming. Right. With that electric girl. She's bad news, Matt. It looks like Foggy knows a little about her, which is interesting. Now Foggy was standing on the sidewalk with Matt when she picked him up, and Matt, dived into her car, dove into the Corvette, but still. Foggy says, Flint's skiing accident? The one where he broke both his arms? Well, you didn't hear it from me, but he didn't get hurt skiing. Buzz told me Flint made a pass at Elektra, and before you knew it, she was laughing, and there he was. And Matt, first time he hears her name, Elektra. He said it again, Elektra. Where does she live? Great shot by Romita. Great shot. And again, that really nice. Again, I don't believe that Romita did this in the pencils. He might have added some shade, but I believe in the inks is where Al Williamson started to go back and forth on those, from vertical lines to horizontal lines and even angled. Interesting choices here, and also this is nice. One single shot here, one little camera shot. Foggy knows better than to argue when Matt's like this. And so at a residence outside of town, a very well-guarded residence, Matt makes his move. Remember what Stick taught you, he tells himself. Your ribs can flex. Let them. Make no sound. There are times when Matt is glad to be blind. And again, guys, I'm going to mention this. Romita gets a lot of shit. I see it online. I see it from real imbeciles who don't know shit about art, comic book storytelling. And I dare any of those chumps to read this particular series, if not anything else, and tell me he sucks. Because this is damn good stuff here. There are times when Matt is glad to be blind. People depend on their eyes for almost everything. They miss so much. He gives himself a moment to let the air and the smells and the echoing sounds describe the place. Quite a spread. Foggy said Elektra's father is some kind of big shot diplomat, a powerful man. She's probably had it easy all her life. She could use a lesson. He's pissed that she did that. Made him genuinely afraid for her life when she just laughed it off and drove off, mocking him. He's a young Matt Murdock, so let's just say gets a little butthurt over it and wants to do something about it. Teach her a lesson. A lesson this boy from the tenement of the Hell's Kitchen is ready to teach. She's not right about Matt either. He's not a wild man. He can control that part of himself, that childish mischief maker, that Daredevil. This he think okay. He can control that part of himself, that childish mischief maker, that daredevil. This he thinks as he moves with smooth skill that would put a cat burglar to shame. Her scent, her room. He soaks it in, lingering here, then there. His senses probing, probing. It is an act of intimate. It is an act as intimate as if he were running his hands over her body. That sounds like an Ayn Rand um, passage, and it might actually be because I know that he was inspired by Rand. He was open to mentioning it in early interviews, and then he has since not mentioned it at all. In the early days, he mentioned the debt that he owed Rand. So many trophies: swimming track, aikido, kendo, karate, first prize every time. Daddy's little girl can fight. Nothing more to find here. Wait, a dog coming. No problem. Dogs always love Matt. Well, look at that. Nice shot there. He dispatches that guy, but unfortunately, he's not as thoughtful here. So much for playing it quiet. And now, strangely, music drifting up from below. Piano music, something classical and very, very difficult. But she makes it sound easy. Is there anything she's bad at? And now, shattering glass, a small sound in a very big room. Another one. That's a nice big shot to establish the setting. Very nice. Gasps of surprise, spilled drinks, crash. Ugh. And she doesn't make a move. She only picks up her drink, I guess not to drop it. God, nobody's that fast. Who is that guy? She breathes deeply, sharply. Damn, that hair on Electra that Romita gave, that's a little too much. We're talking 80s, 90s Guido style. He can feel her glance for a moment that seems to go on forever. He can't move. Then he has to. Brecca, 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 brecca. Stupid. Broke the rules again. Made a mess of things just like before. And amidst the shouts and gunfire, Matt realizes that she has never stopped playing. Huh. And now the music builds toward a crescendo, toward climax. Seal the exits, find that man. That's Electra's father. I want to know who sent him and why. Don't worry, dear Electra. Everything's fine. You're safe. Yes, Papa. Oh yeah, the poor innocent young girl. Sir, I'm getting something from the gate. The subject has escaped. He used some kind of karate move on Paulos, but Paulos got a shot off, tagged him in the arm. So he got shot, Matt. He must be bleeding, Electra says. Yes, miss. He's losing a lot of blood. He won't get far. And for the first time, you see her dead eyes come alive a little. Matt does get far. Matt gets all the way back into town. He can't remember how. His senses come and go. He has no idea how many times he falls. He crawls deep inside himself. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is a Matt Murdock who doesn't even know he's going to become Daredevil with a suit and fight crime. He's just exploring himself here. There's no mission like unlike Batman when he knew he was going to take some kind of form. He just didn't know what until at a certain point. But there's no Daredevil in mind yet. He maybe has some inklings of it, but there's nothing in this story that says that. So it's interesting. That's good blood right there, actually. Later on, they make the blood purple, which is unfortunate. I guess they can make it red for Matt, but purple for enemies. That's a little strange. But he's in pain. He goes through waves of nausea and clammy, icy cold. He concentrates, and he finds the strength he needs. Good stuff here, man. Really, really good stuff. Great line work, Great establishing shot here, and a really nice, organic looking blood there, pure liquid. Look at that. The way it's hitting the tiles, very nicely done. And again, you have Williamson hand inking without a ruler these lines. You could tell. I love that. I love that look. Matt's bleeding. If he doesn't take care of it, he could bleed to death. He was clean the wound, stop the bleeding, stay conscious, stay conscious. It's simple. Simple. Don't go into shock. And it's interesting also, his build for Matt Murdock is different than the one he gives for Spider-Man. He's a little bigger. He's taller, bigger. That's worth noting here. And, he's young. He's in college. He's what? Could be 20, maybe. It's simple. Simple. Don't go into shock. Clean the wound. Stay conscious. Stop the bleeding. Stay conscious. Ignore the pain. Stay conscious. Then the bleeding stops. And lightheaded, he knows he will live. Yeah, that's exactly it, man. He lets the outside world back in to feel steam. The outside world back in. I like that. I like the way that he can control this. Hello out there. I'll read your comment right after Trevor. And I'm going to, after a few pages, I always like to stop and read. You guys keep going. If you have any commentary, just add, type away. Because I'm going to, in a few more pages, I'm going to read. This is really, really good stuff here. Everything looks rock solid. Everything. He lets the outside world back in. Again, I like the way Miller has him control, focus, and focus on one thing and let the other things go. And now he just, as he puts it, lets the outside world lets it go, back in, and to feel steam, and hear the rush of water, the shower. He's not alone, and it's not foggy. Yeah, that's nice. Also, interesting things like this, which I really like when artists do. I think Frank Quitely does this sometimes, where they don't make the exact lines on the corners of walls and such. I just like that. I like that a lot. It's there. It's just not, explicitly made. A few hours later. Yo, Matt, I got the chain. You got the chain on. I can't get in. Open up. Knock, knock. Yo, Matt. Knock, knock. Oh, hi, Foggy. Just give me a minute. Later. Not that I'm counting, pal, but you said 1 minute, not 20. What the devil could Matt be doing in there? He's like, whoa. It's that electric girl. The one that he knows is bad news. Look at the apartment. The dorm room. So, Matt, Electra, huh? She's really a very nice girl, Foggy. I'm not crazy about that face, the way Ramita did that. But, he's, one thing he does lack, and I will concede that to the critics, is faces are not his forte, at least. After a certain point, he stopped caring about how faces necessarily looked, unlike his father, who made impeccable faces for men and women. But I do like the variety here that he gives. And that's a good Electra right there. Okay, she went home and tried to get some sleep, but the voices started in again and they wouldn't stop. Now, this is a new element here. All right, Trevor. Trevor writes, one of the things that's notable about Al Williamson inks is he feels no need to try and fix Jeremy Jr.'s drawing. Absolutely right. Too many inkers that destroy the uniqueness of the artist they're working over. 100%. He is he's inking Jeremy Jr.'s pencils, and he's doing a hell of a job. And now I think he adds things like this, these beautiful lines. Instead of a pure black, sometimes this is even better. I love the pure blacks, but this is just really nice. Gives texture. It's really nice. This whole alleyway here, which are bricks, but he just makes it in a very attractive way there. And that's Al Williamson all the way. So yeah, things like that he can take into his own. If Ramita, if he just basically shaded it, he says, all right, I'm going to enhance that a little, but that's about it. Hey, Grey Wolf. Um, and again, so Miller presents something new here with Electra about the voices in her head. I don't remember that being the case in any of those early, comics from 168 to 191. I don't remember that being the case. But here he's introducing this detail that makes it a little more clear that she's troubled, really troubled mentally. She went home, and this is before. The excuse was that when her father, gets killed, that's when she loses it. That's when she goes to the dark side. That dark side's here already, pre-existing. It's like when Garth Ennis and some others try to say that the dark side for Frank Castle was already there prior to the murder of his family, and they went to real extremes to do that. Real extremes in a dirty way, really. Just try to say he was a killer, and technically speaking, yeah, working for the government, he was killing in war, which is what soldiers do and should do, and that is their job: kill the enemy, end the threat. That's really what it comes down to. By the way, I'm okay. She went home and tried to get some sleep, but the voices started and again, and they wouldn't stop. She couldn't stand to be inside. She's drawn back to Times Square, to the corner where the ones she's watched stand leering and snickering. She's heard them brag about what they've done to innocent women. So she's luring them in, and feeling restless, she lets them see her this time. They are pigs. Hey, vermin. Listen to them chatter, building their courage. They deserve what's coming. This is how she rationalizes it, justifies it, I guess, even though they are scum. No doubt about it, they are. They probably killed some of those women. This is the best she can do, obeying the urge, but not the voices. She's not crazy. The voices are real. She made the mistake of telling Papa about them once. Then came the psychiatrists. They all missed the point. She had to lie to get rid of the psychiatrists and all their stupid questions. The voices are real. Well, that's what those with true mental problems do believe. That's far enough, babe. You can scream if you want to. There's a woman among them also. I won't scream. That's good stuff there. It's nice cartooning there by Ramita. I like it. These little lines here and there, I really like that. It's like some reason reminds me of like little Austin and Popeye comics. E.C. Seeger, for some reason, something about this. It's very nice. And the elegant hand there holding the glasses. The glasses as simple as hell. Nicely done. Let them watch. Let them breathe hard. Let them enjoy themselves while they can. She can handle a cold pretty well, can't she? Can't she? So here she is with that crazy, crazy hair that Ramita gave her. What the? The voices will not be happy about this. They want innocent blood. Dan Miller is diving in a little darker and deeper here. The voices that are real, as she puts it in her head, want innocent blood, not the blood of the guilty, the dirty, the criminal scum, not of rapists. It's interesting. The voices will not be happy about this. They want innocent blood. Moving across her room, all was out of sight, whispering in her ear, raspy like dry leaves. The voices tell her she has a destiny with them. She doesn't like the sound of that destiny, but they do something to her mind, something she can barely control, and so she picks victims of her own. So she chooses the victims. She doesn't let the quote-unquote voices do that for her. Gentlemen, you aren't frightened, are you? Crazy uptown broad, out for fun. We'll show you fun. That's a good shot here of Elektra taking up the entire page. That's the entire back of this page is a drawing of her, and panels are placed on like cards. I like that. Yes, show me. Don't be nice about it. She has those striking dead eyes, the blue eyes, black hair. Snick. I love those little lines that they add. Toth did that for a lot of objects, walls and such. Closer now, closer, she tells them. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Yes. Oh, yes, she says. Here we go. Puts them all down. Yes, it's going to hurt. You'll be screaming. Crunch. Ah. Vertebrae snap. Life leaves this one without a whisper. She kills him just like that. Crazy. I'm taking no chances. The guy has the chain. She has the gun. This one's body takes the bullets. 2 down. So easily. Glah. Ah, got you. Oof. Yag. Ching. Chunk. Oh no. She goes into his chest, it looks like. You guys pull something, and he says, like, she got. I guess she got something from inside him. The one with the chain calls her an indescribable name. She hopes he will prove to be a challenge. Huh. She hopes he will prove to be a challenge. It's reminiscent of that guy that Matt beat in the ring. But he's just big and strong and stupid. That's good stuff by Romita there. Nicely done. Only his weapon is of any use. If Papa could see this, he would never forgive her. Her foot cuts through the meat of him like a knife. It's like she stabs him in the gut with her feet. With the one with the gun, more rude language. Rude language, she puts it, as opposed to what's being done here. She's still cursing as the chain turns her wrist to pulp. Huh. She dispatches her from that gun and she kills her here. Then it's a simple matter of shoving sharp bone into soft brain. A novice could do it. Only the big one remains. Elektra hates the smell of his sweat. Ching, snap. Kills them all. A few last gurgling sounds and the alley goes quiet. I guess there's a bum looking back. Bum. Not homeless person. Not the homeless. Can't stand that shit. It's like they are owed a home and they don't have one. They got to be given one, right? The bums. It takes the police a full 20 minutes to arrive. Elektra hails a cab. Oh, brother, what a mess. She looks pretty pleased about her handiwork, doesn't she? Ugh. And she writes, I love New York with their blood. What do you mean you didn't see nothing? I was drunk. I guess that bum in the alleyway. Man, we got 5 dead here. I was drunk. Look at this. Whoever aced these guys got one damn strange sense of humor. It was a disappointing workout. It's so much better with Matt. In the campus gym at night, in secret. This is nicely drawn here too. You know, you could be almost mistaken about Elektra here. That she's in love with Matt and she's, one of the heroes here. It's really, really nicely done. The only times she is not lonely are the times she spends with Matt. She knows it cannot last. But for now, their sweat mixed, their bodies and hearts as one. She is happy, and so is Matt. Perhaps a little too happy, but that's his problem. Mr. Murdoch, I asked you a question, Mr. Murdoch. Murdoch, are you listening? Matt, I think you better answer him. He is in love. First love. That night at the dorm, a surprise visit. Stay away from her, kid. Huh? Stick, what? Foggy snoring. And that's a nice shot of Stick, his entire face in silhouette. Shut up and listen. That girl's poison. She's on her way to the worst side, and she'll drag you down with her. It's bad enough you failed me. I won't have you joining the enemy. I'll kill you first. So stay away from Elektra. You can't tell me what to hurt. A jab at his throat, and the world goes white and silent. And when he wakes, Matt can only wonder, was it a dream? Yes, it had to be a dream. How could Elektra be evil? Yeah. No, that's impossible. She's an angel. She's the perfect mate for him. His laughing, dancing playmate. His wild, reckless, passionate lover. Interesting, huh? Matt's innocent take about her. And she says something here. He's so in love that he doesn't even hear the words. Doesn't believe them. But when he hints at their future together, her laugh is dark and terribly sad. She goes, you never asked me any questions, Matt. You don't really know me. You're something I don't deserve, something I can't keep. If I could have stopped myself, I never would have come to you. It was wrong. You're everything I need, Elektra. Everything I've ever wanted. He's pretty upfront, isn't he? And she says, I killed 5 men last week. Actually, one of them was a woman. He's like, don't talk crazy. She goes, no, of course you can't believe me. You know, she's like, poor kid. He's too innocent. He truly, even though I just told him that, he doesn't believe me. He can't believe me. And like a cat, she sleeps. And Matt says, I love you, Elektra. This is nicely done here because we know about the story of her father being killed. Just beautifully done. That, you know, the whole snow background becomes the sky. Awesome. And on a day so cold it turns tears to ice. Do you see now, Matt? I love Papa. And so he died. He had to die. I was a part of him. They killed him to show me this. Who, Elektra? Who killed your father? The voices. They had to show me what I am. Ah, jeez. But I won't take you with me. You would end up dead, or worse. I will do this much right. I will leave you. I will go to hell alone. You know, from her perspective, she's not just hurting him, she's protecting him. She knows he's good, and she's not. And it's a mercy breakup, even though his heart's broken. There's no persuading her, no changing her mind, no way to make her explain. There is only one last minute of hungry fire, and she is gone. In time, he will learn of the war that both she and Stick are part of. In time, they will meet again. But for now, he is only a young man with a broken heart. A young man once again punished for letting his wild part run free, for breaking the rules. Come on, Matt. You know, what did you do here? Not much. It's an interesting intro here. Matt's old neighborhood, Hell's Kitchen, a summit conference of the leaders of the Manhattan underworld. Times change, Rigoletto. Times change, Rigoletto. We got street kids out there competing with us. Competing, hell, they're leaving us in the dust because they know what people want. Please listen to them, Uncle. Profits are down. Enough! I'll hear no more of this. Be reasonable, boss. We've all got families to think of and employees. It's so funny, these low-life mobsters have this one standard of not getting involved with drugs. They'll kill, they'll do this, they'll do that, they'll do all that shit, but they just won't, sell drugs, get in on it, because that's a line you can't cross. Like today, when Kanye West admitted that he blew his cousin until he was 14 years old, whatever that means. Um, I think some people will finally turn on him. Not his, the Hitler love was fine. All the whacked out shit that he was fine, but blowing your cousin, people got some standards, man. That they can't abide by. And these thugs, these murderers, they can't abide by drugs. Anything else goes. Murder, good. You know, Poisoning people, family, everything. Um, Compromising their own family, making them accomplices to their crimes just by being part of them, and so on. But here the guys are trying to push back at this Rigoletto. And of course, there's someone in the shadows who wants it all, who doesn't give a fuck about any standards when it comes to crime. Um, be reasonable, boss. We've all got families to think of and employees. Why the sudden morality, Rigoletto? Money is there to be made, and I'm talking billions. Why let small time pimps and pushers clean up when we have the machinery in place to do it ourselves? Shut up, all of you. We will not murder children. We will not cater to unholy perversions. We will not infect our neighborhood with crack cocaine. We stick to the old rackets. We may be criminals, but we are not monsters. Now get out of here, all of you. Huh. The criminal with standards. Oh, my friend, my friend. They exhaust me. They would sell away our traditions, our honor. 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 Insane. Our own families live in this city, and they would turn it into hell on earth. My friend, I need your hands. Ah, yes, those strong, strong hands. Child prostitution, designer drugs. It's madness. Madness. Yes, that's perfect. I do have a headache. You always know, don't you? My silent, nameless friend. Damn them all. They'd kill me if they had the chance. You're the only one I can trust. Snap. Also, this one little thing that Miller introduces. My silent, nameless friend. Your friend, you keep calling him friend. You don't know anything about him. He's never said a word. He just gives you a little headache release. Great, what a dummy. Inviting that into his life. Anyway, we know who this is. It is the Kingpin. There's no crime he would not sanction. None. He has waited for years, this killer, quietly making the proper connections, building a silent consensus. Soon that consensus will be an unshakable stranglehold. They will obey him or die. He will rule this city as the Lord of Crime, the Kingpin. Interesting here also, because it sets the stage that in some capacity, Daredevil was fighting against Kingpin years before he had come face to face with him. And that's, it's inevitable because everything dirty in the city, everything criminal, is has the Kingpin's hands on it. So Daredevil was in some way or other indirectly fighting him, but not until issue 170. 171 is where he actually came across Kingpin. He was always a Spider-Man villain, which never made sense to me. Because Spider-Man's a powerhouse. You go toe to toe with Spider-Man, you get your ass kicked every single time if you're not powered. It's just stupid. But he works for Daredevil big time. He's the perfect villain for Daredevil. It works, and he has an edge on a physical level with Daredevil as well. No matter how skilled Daredevil is, how strong he is, it's awesome. All right, guys, I'm gonna read some comments here. Let me just pull up my campaign. I got a few more backers in the last few days. Thank you very much, guys. And if you're out there, if you're in this feed, if you're here, thank you very much. Okay. Hey, Sean. How's it going? A man called Plush. Incoming Electra crash out. Headless Bourgeois says, I've always wondered if Miller provided at least some thumbnails breakdowns when he wrote for other artists. There are pages and panels throughout this that look like it. I don't think so, Headless Bourgeois. I don't think so. We probably would have heard of that, by now. People actually imposed that on Maz Kelly in Daredevil Born Again. And he had to debunk it. He goes, no, it was all me. Miller was, being an artist, he's pretty descriptive, I guess, to his pages because he is an artist. So maybe, maybe he got a long panel, maybe choreographed some stuff, maybe. It's possible. It's very possible. I know that some of the best work that these artists have ever done were written by Miller, from Sankovic, Electro Assassin. I don't remember any other, great comic that Sankovic true. Maz Kelly, Daredevil Born Again, Batman Year One, Romita Jr., Daredevil, Man Without Fear here. This is just great stuff. And again, I think it's the sensibilities, the visual sensibilities of Miller, which makes this the case. Headless Bourgeois adds, same for All-Star, Batman and Robin, very atypical layouts for Jim Lee. Yeah, and again, I do believe that Miller was I like to read the scripts because they have at least a page or two of the scripts of Daredevil Born Again and Batman Year One for Mazzucchelli, and I want to see how visual Miller gets. I think that'll be a good tell. A Man Called Plush, love Stick's face being hidden. Yeah, it's a great move by Romita. Very nicely done. A Man Called Plush, damn, her thinking, poor dumb kid when she confesses to the murders and he doesn't believe her, painful. Yeah, he's a good kid. He's not a. She knows that he's innocent, and it's the right move for her to step away from him for his sake. She knows she's no good. She knows she'll poison him. But he still has belief in her. If you remember the first run of Daredevil that Frank Miller wrote and drew, you could tell elements of there. He was always trying to save her in some capacity, and ultimately may just have done that when she joins, the I forgot what they called it. Away from the Hand, the ones fighting the Hand. I forgot what they called it. Evening, Fleety. Trevor says, no surprise that Johnny May Jr.'s Electra looks like a big-haired Greek girl. They were all over New York City during the 90s. That's right. It's hilarious. Give it that big, huge hair, extra hairspray or whatever they did to hold it up like a tent almost. Pretty funny. Guys, I'm going to play this, and I think I've learned how to do it. I can't hear it on my end unless I probably wear headphones, so I'm just going to play it, and you guys tell me if you can hear it, and I think you can. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And then I guess all of my videos pop up here. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I figured out a way. It's just a simple little change. Put the speakers of the computer. Yeah, that's a trailer by Shanth Anjeti of Spring Ball. And he just, on his own initiative, I guess, felt he wanted a little more. He's interested in Pigman, wanted a little more oomph in the, I guess, the visuals, and just show the comic which is great because now I have a nice alternative to that first trailer. I'm gonna put that one back and forth between the two for a little bit on this campaign. So it's just fun. Shanth made a hell of a trailer, nicely done. He really does headless bourgeois. The one thing that jumped out at me big time was the fearsome one. Talk about to the point. Boom, 30 seconds, excellent with that scary music, and it's awesome. So I do appreciate it, and I just drew something here. Let me show you here something that I showed the other day. 1 second. I'm very intrigued by his new character also. Well, his old character from 20 years ago. It's crazy. Spring Ball. So I took the ball and like almost Hamlet looking at it. I thought it was a pretty cool take on it. I'm gonna ink it, color it, and send it his way as thanks. And then also I'm doing two of these guys. These are my pencils for my recreation of my Woody Muhammad cartoon. You can't draw me, that's why I draw you. I back to back. I just got two orders, and it's expensive. It's $500, guys. I know it's a lot of money, but if you're interested in having very limited recreations of it, where I redraw it, ink it, number it, it's only 20. I'm down to 5, so it'll be 5 left, and it'll look as close to the original as I can get. A little differences here and there naturally, but consider it. I think it's something that means a lot to me personally. And in 2 weeks, and a little less than two exact weeks, yeah, 2 weeks, it'll be the 10th anniversary of when I won the contest. And when those savages came to kill us and got their heads blown off by the cop, they shot a cop in the ankle, and we survived it. We're lucky that there was a cop who was a sharpshooter, and who basically had to fight the war, because our government, has let us down, especially the Obama government, had to fight a war on our soil from two savages coming in who were linked with ISIS. Let's see. Mike TV Dub. Shanth did an awesome job on that trailer. He really did. And Flavor says Shanth seems like a generally awesome guy. He does. Headless Bourgeois says, yeah, Shanth should work on one for HHPCR. Don't know what that is. HHCCPR? PCR? Nice. That would be awesome. Mike TV Dub says, nice sketch, boss. Shanth could use that as a trading card. Definitely. I mean, that's up to him. It'll be his, so does with it, whatever he likes. It was fun. It was very, very fun drawing a different character. I've drawn Cyberfrog. I've drawn Spring Ball. I'll see what else I could do from the Kings. It's always fun. All right, guys. I'm gonna do a short pitch and get going. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate all the commentary. Thank you very much. Join me on Kings tonight. Ethan said it'll be later tonight. I don't know exactly when or if, but I'll be there tonight. I hope you guys are there as well. In the meantime, I want to make a little pitch for my comic. Hammerhand, Pop Culture Rocks, I see. Cool. Thanks, man. I think they got some comics there. Hello out there says, hey, Bosch, what about doing a special live stream that day, May 3rd? I will. I have something to do that day, but I'm going to do one early and one late. Before noon and then after about 9:30. Hello out there. To me, it's a big day for me. It's you know, it's a big day. I won that contest, became international news. Two savage fucks got their heads blown off. It's goddamn beautiful. The only ones who, you know, those who came to kill us died for it. To me, that's just justice. That's what I posted, years ago, 2015. I tweeted that when I was still on Twitter. They came to kill us and died for it. Justice. And that ended up being a headline for some newspapers. It went all over. My cousins in Sweden and Europe heard about it because of that. It was on Fox. It was on CNN, everywhere. And again, I got a lot of media invitations. And one thing I told them was, I'll come on if you show my cartoon. Oh, no, we can't do that. So then I can't come on. I said, have the decency at least to show the cartoon that you're talking about. I'm not there to bullshit. Show it, and I'll talk about it. So yeah, I definitely will. Hello out there. I'm going to do an early stream and then a later stream because I got that day. On the weekends, I more or less get off the grid. But earlier in the day, on May 3rd, which hits on a Saturday, I believe this time, yeah. And then and later in that day, I just want to talk about it. You guys got any questions? I want to relive it. I want to 10 years. I can't believe it's been 10 years. Hard to believe, truly hard to believe. Changed my life completely, upended it. My life then and my life now, even in my life a year later, was completely different than it was. I can't get into specifics, but you can imagine. And but I'd never, ever regret it. I wouldn't change it for the world. I was on recently with Robert Spencer on his channel on YouTube, Jihad Watch Video. I think that's what his channel is called. And we were talking about it. He was there, Pamela Geller, a few hundred people. He knew there was about 300 people, according to all the invitations that they had and all that. He knew that, and he knew that the two savages also, by the way, guys, they bought the tickets to the event. They bought tickets. He has the proof of that. Yeah. And then the FBI aspect also, where they were going to allow us to die. The FBI knew that these guys were coming to kill us. They were egging them on with an undercover agent who was, I guess, pretending to be a Muslim. I can talk about it, guys, but let's save it for May 3rd, which is, again, it's like I'm lucky to be alive. And, you hear about these horrific attacks, and almost always they get, if we don't hear about them, we don't know anything about them. Or, the people, the scumbags, they pull it off. I don't know of any other attack to this degree where they were armed to the teeth, intending to kill hundreds of us, and they're the only ones who died. I mean, talk about I lucked out. We lucked out. It's a crazy story, and I'm proud to be part of it. Proud to have won. It's awesome. It led to me being in 2 documentaries about free speech. I love movies. I love being part of it. Love talking about it, and it also led to a lot of things not so good. Let me say that. But to be expected, people can't seem to, no matter what they say, people cannot seem to take the heat, no matter what they claim prior to it coming. I learned that the hard way. So thanks for mentioning it. Hello out there. I will definitely do that on Saturday, May 3rd, commemorate the 10th anniversary of that day that changed my life completely. So guys, if you don't know about Pigman, if you're here, if you're new, I know there's always new followers, always new people, and especially more eyeballs on X than there are on YouTube. And again, guys, if you could like this video on YouTube, on X as well, I would really appreciate it. If you could subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate that as well. Thank you very much. And let's refresh this and keep that cool visual that Shanth made. I love that. he took the cover 3 or cover 4, cover 3, and put it black behind, and I added these action lines here, the radio lines coming in. I thought it was cool, what he did there. You got Super Jihad versus Pigman. Again, these guys are like brothers. They're close friends. They both encountered Jihad early on, became ex-Muslims, wrote against Islamic Jihad for years. 9/11 hits, and Dr. Muhammad ends up becoming Super Jihad, and Frank Warner ends up becoming Pigman. And Dr. Muhammad, at one point, falls to his knees as soon as the second tower gets hit, confirming that this is Islam and this is the power of Allah in his own mind. So he re-embraces the faith and drops to his knees and in prayer position says Allahu Akbar, to the shock of Frank. But his life wasn't going too well. It's like he needed that something outside himself, to bring himself back to life when it was actually back to death. But anyway, so that's a conflict with these two, and then it's the twin brothers, Killian Duke and Salam Duka. So that's the two brothers. Basically, they're an echo, a super echo of these brothers, Killian Duke and Salam Duka, twin brothers, Albanian Muslim background. Post 9/11, one becomes born again Muslim, Salam, and Salam means peace. Islam means submission. Salam means peace, no matter what the liars tell you. The left, the right, Muslims themselves. And then Killian Duke becomes a born-again Muslim. Sorry, recovered Muslim, excuse me. And he creates Pigman and Super Jihad. Super Jihad, I guess Alam could take it personally. That's fine. Maybe I'll even mention that at some point. It'll be interesting moving forward, this story, what happens. In short, this story is the Islamic background of twins comes to the forefront of their lives on 9/11, which is echoed by the comic book within Pigman versus Super Jihad. I got a 9-page preview of my comic. It will be remastered. This entire comic, it'll include issue 1 and 2 of the old Pigman series, but remastered, made better. And by issue 3, it'll be all new material. This relaunched Pigman series. And I have a number of rewards as well, guys. I would really appreciate your support here. This is the first cover. Pigman taking on jihadists in a traditional superhero type page on a cover, but of course he's killing that guy breaking his neck, killing that guy with a punch. That guy's playing dead. These guys are scared shit. That guy's running for his life, and even the guys with the Kalashnikovs are scared shit. So it's a little different than a completely traditional cover, but more like a Punisher, I guess, type comic cover. And then you have this one, which has taken off pretty well. It's a best-selling cover. I have Pigman war paint, Pigman with a lot of jihadist blood on him, with a smoking ruins in the back. Blue, green, interesting colors that I added. It's a digital painting. I'm thinking maybe when I collect it all, I think that might be the cover for that pigskin leather cover with actual pigskin leather. I think that'll be interesting. Maybe this image with his fist up and make his fist the pigskin. I might do that. We will see. We will see, guys. And again, guys, I tried to go on to Rumble and to go live, and I couldn't do it again. I gave up on it a little while ago, so I said, let me try it again. That you needed a code. I got the code, put it in there. It just wouldn't. When I pressed go live for all three, X, YouTube, and Rumble, it kept looping and buffering. So I don't know. I'd like to do it. The Chaste. Man Called Plush. That's right. The Chaste. That's a Styx band. The Chaste are the enemies of the hand, I believe. Correct. And issue 190, I think 190 of Daredevil. Elektra wears the white. She wears the chaste colors. She is cleansed now through Matt. Shocking Stone. Shocking him that Matt was able to actually cleanse her of the dark that was in her. It got a little mystical there, and then when Miller came back, it was complete crime comic at that point with Born Again. Here's my other cover, as I mentioned here. All four main characters. They're super echoes of the twins. This cover of Pigman making his vow to end jihad. Nothing less than that, with the tombstones and the Twin Towers. This one, just a profile shot, a different shot, because all the covers are different. It's a different angle, different perspective of the characters. Index card, hard index card drawings. By the way, guys, those who ordered the flip book, my Muhammad flip book, it's supposed to come Saturday, and now it says Tuesday. After, they changed it, whatever. So I will start shipping it out tomorrow and Wednesday. Hope maybe Thursday. For next three or 4 days, I'll be shipping them out, guys. And if anyone else wants it, check it out. My Muhammad flip book. There's nothing else like it out there, guys. I have digital copies of this as well. I have my Pigman symbol T-shirt, which again, September 11, 9, 11, capitalist pig, $, and so on. 93 also, Flight 93, the first attack in 1993, Twin Towers. I have the war paint print and a war paint sticker as well, for those who are interested as well. And also Table for One, my first graphic novel, 21 years old, 2004, incredible. It was done about 2002, that summer actually. And I did another, sold over 2,000 copies. And then I did another one in 2018, a new printing, a superior printing. And then you guys will get this one. It's basically the third or fourth print, I think. But it'll be. And I also do some sketch covers of the main characters. I have original art and commissions as well of Pigman with your ideas. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. Back Pigman, I would really appreciate your support, guys. Truly. I need it. I want it. I want to continue this series. I love Pigman. I love this story. I love Killian. And I want to get this out there in a strong way. And you guys are helping me with that. So far, so good. Thank you very much. Headless Bourgeois says, awesome. I ordered a flip book. Looking forward to it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And I will show you guys just quick before I leave the cover of the flip book. And again, guys, I do recreations of my Winning Muhammad cartoon. You can't draw me. That's why I draw you. A simple act of defiance of a free man. That's the gist of it. That's the point of it all, to me. That's really, really what it comes down to. And I got 5 left. Only 5, guys. It's expensive. It's $500, but my life is expensive, and I almost died over this cartoon. So consider it, guys. Do consider it. Thank you. And then also, I have this, the Muhammad on the Run flip book by me. I'm getting them tomorrow. As soon as I crack open that, that box, those boxes, I'm going to flip myself and test it out. And they've always been good. I don't see why. And it was a paper that I chose, a specific paper, this and that. So I think it'll work. If it doesn't, we'll see. But I believe it will, because I know that it's more or less the same as the original art that I had for this that I sold. The original art for this. And again, guys, it's I sat on the files about a year. I could get no printer. I tried a number of them, nothing. Even in my longtime printer, I asked them again recently, just out of curiosity, and they said they actually told me a while back. Ask again in a little while, and I did. They said, okay, but we could do 4x4. It's 4x4, and it'll be. I thought I could maybe rework the files into fitting it 4x4. No, because I don't want anything to change from the drawings that I made. So what I did do is I made the top a black, black on top, black on bottom. So it'll be like a, I guess, letterbox movie, if that's what it's called, like the black on top, black on bottom. So that's what it'll be. And it's, from the cover, to the inside cover, to the inside back cover, and back cover. There's a little story there. There's a little something there. That's all. And something happens. But it's just, it's a quick. I mean, clearly 70 pages, guys. So, and when you flip them, they go fast. So, I just thought I could do something pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, guys, if you want to order it, order that. And I got all these other things here as well. I got all my prints. Check it out when you can. 4 of my books are now out of print. Thank you guys for cleaning me out. I do appreciate it, big time. And this also, I reposted this incredible quote by Churchill. If you're going through hell, keep going. I made a print of that. And it's, in the face of Tucker Carlson, all these fuckers who are trying to vilify Churchill and give a pass to Hitler, as if Churchill was the chief villain of World War II. That's madness. It's madness. It's a complete despicable lie, a vicious lie, really, by some really bad people that Tucker Carlson tried to make into a household name. He goes, what's his name? I forgot his name. Good. Martyr Maid is his handle on X, but he goes, Daryl something. And all these guys gone behind him to blow him as if he's a great historian. He's not. Tucker says he's America's greatest historian. No one heard about him. Tucker tried to make him, something, and he bombed. But anyway, you got pieces of shit out there on the right who might as well be on the left, because they are making apologies for leftists like Hitler. They are. Even that dumb fuck Tucker Carlson about El Salvador's president, he calls him a right-wing authoritarian. He goes, he's my friend, but he's a right-wing authoritarian. Now, we know about right-wing authoritarians like, Hitler, but, we don't like all the Jew-killing stuff, right? Yeah, sure, Tucker. And it's like, he concedes the left's big lie that Hitler was the leftist. Sorry, was a rightist. He was leftist, National Socialist who had a hard spot for Islam. So keep that in mind. But thanks, guys. I appreciate your time, as always. Consider getting my Muhammad on the Run flip book. They're all coming tomorrow, so you order them today. I will start shipping out in the next few days. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. And until next time. And again, check us out tonight on the Comics and Kings. If Ethan does have it, he's going to the game. He might be drinking, so who knows whether he'll have the Kings. But if he does, I'll be there. Guys, take care. Be well. Thank you. Until next time.